front yard is the first page of your home's story. In California, this page is written with sun, soil, and creativity. A well-designed yard does not just decorate, it speaks of care, balance, and belonging. As you walk through a neighborhood where every house has its own unique front yard, you see more than plants and stones. You see character. You see sustainability. You see welcome. This journey takes us into 20 ideas that define the California front yard. Each one blends design with climate, charm with responsibility, and beauty with simplicity. Step forward and let's explore together. Imagine a home where the front yard glows in the sunlight without demanding endless water. The ground is layered with warm gravel, neat lines guiding the eye. Agave and yucca rise boldly, their architectural forms casting striking shadows. Smaller succulents gather near a stone path that curves gently to the entrance. This design is elegance shaped by necessity. It thrives on little water, yet looks rich in texture. The house itself feels anchored, its modern facade complemented by plants that seem carved from the land itself. It is not just landscaping, it is a quiet statement. Beauty can be sustainable and simplicity can be powerful. A front yard filled with native plants feels alive in a way no imported design can. Picture a cheerful suburban home, the entrance framed by orange poppies swaying in the breeze, sage bushes softening the corners, and manzanita shrubs with their twisting red branches giving depth. Natural stone borders guide the eye, connecting house to earth. Here, the yard is not decoration, it is ecosystem. Birds visit, bees hum, butterflies dance. The home does not stand apart from nature. It becomes part of it. Native plant landscaping is harmony made visible, resilient, and unmistakably Californian. Minimalism speaks softly but with impact. In this California front yard, a contemporary home is framed by clean concrete pavers that lead like stepping notes to the entrance. Along the way, geometric planters stand tall, filled with succulents and ornamental grasses. Every space is intentional, every line clear. There is no clutter, only balance. Guests walking toward the door feel a sense of calm and clarity. The house radiates sophistication without excess. This is landscaping as art of subtraction. Simple forms, strong impressions. Some homes whisper warmth before you even reach the door. This California front yard captures that charm. A white wooden fence frames the house, roses climb gracefully over the gate, and lavender lines the stone walkway, releasing fragrance at every step. The porch becomes a scene of welcome, framed by perennials in bloom. Feels soft, romantic, timeless. Neighbors smile as they pass, drawn not just by beauty, but by the feeling of home that radiates outward. This is cottage charm, reimagined in the California sun. Life can be simple. In this design, a ranch-style California home rises behind a front yard shaped like desert sculpture. Gravel stretches wide, holding clusters of barrel cacti. Aloe plants stand like sentinels, their sharp lines softened by the play of light. Large boulders anchor the scene, steady and timeless. The house looks not added to the land but grown from it. This style saves water, reduces care, and creates a bold, unforgettable impression. Desert inspiration turns limitation into art. A little green can go a long way when used wisely. Picture a suburban California home where a compact front lawn sits fresh and inviting, edged not by thirsty exotics, but by native borders of sage, lavender, and ornamental grasses. The contrast between the open green and textured edges creates balance, space to breathe, framed by life that belongs to the soil. The house appears calm and welcoming, its entrance softened by the natural hues of plants that thrive in the California climate. This design proves that lawns do not have to dominate or waste water. Instead, they can serve as a simple stage with native plants providing the true performance. Guests stepping toward the home feel both openness and intimacy, a yard that respects tradition yet embraces sustainability. The journey to the front door can be an experience, not just a straight walk. Imagine a California bungalow where stepping stones curve gently through a yard of flowering plants and small shrubs. A central ornamental tree stands as a quiet focal point, its branches shading the path with grace. Each step feels intentional, a pause between blooms and greenery. The house rises warmly behind this pathway, framed by nature's guidance. Guests do not simply arrive, they are led, welcomed, slowed down. This design is about rhythm and discovery, transforming a simple approach into a story that unfolds with every step. Sustainability begins at the doorstep. In this California front yard, a modern home is paired with mulched beds that conserve soil moisture, solar lights that glow softly at night, and a discreet drip irrigation system that ensures every drop of water matters. The plant's resilient natives flourish in this environment, healthy without waste. The house itself gleams with quiet responsibility, as if its beauty and its conscience are aligned. Walking toward the entrance, guests feel the calm of a yard that not only looks good, but also does good. Eco-friendly landscaping here is not a compromise. It is a higher standard of living where design and responsibility walk hand in hand. Some homes smile the moment you see them. A California front yard filled with seasonal bloom, soft pastels scattered across tidy beds creates a living welcome mat. Shrubs frame the walkway leading naturally to the porch. The house itself seems brighter, lifted by the colors in front. Guests feel warmth before they ever knock on the door. This design changes with the seasons, always offering something new to see, always reflecting the cycle of life in California soil. A flowering front yard is joy made visible, a promise that beauty is not a luxury but a daily presence. In the rush of modern life, simplicity offers refuge. Picture a California home where the front yard is shaped by zen. Raked gravel patterns lie quiet under the sun, a bamboo screen softens the view, and a stone lantern adds a touch of timeless presence. A single sculpted tree, perhaps pine or maple, stands as the yard's centerpiece. The house behind it feels calm, as if breathing with the space. This design does not shout, it whispers. Guests feel serenity before they enter, carrying the quiet inside with them. Zen simplicity proves that sometimes, less is not only more, it is everything. The Spanish Revival front yard tells a story of history and romance. Imagine a California home with white stucco walls glowing under the sun, red clay roof tiles warming the roofline, and a front yard framed by climbing bougainvillea. The arched entryway feels inviting, while terracotta pots filled with geraniums soften the walk to the door. It's a scene that blends architecture and garden into one vision of warmth, heritage, and timeless hospitality. Succulents thrive in California, but with geometric precision they become art. Picture a modern home where the front yard is arranged in clean squares and rectangles. Echeveria rosettes in one planter, agave spikes in another, and desert succulents forming living sculptures. The structured design mirrors the house's clean architecture, turning the yard into an outdoor gallery that feels both sustainable and strikingly modern. Not every front yard needs complexity, sometimes simplicity feels like home. A suburban California house with a broad green lawn under a shady maple tree creates room for children to play and neighbors to gather. Flower beds line the porch, adding just enough color, while the walkway invites visitors directly to the door. It's practical, welcoming, and warm, a reminder that front yard landscaping is about the people who live there as much as the plants themselves. Coastal-inspired yards echo the rhythm of the ocean. A home with light shiplap siding looks naturally at ease when the front yard is designed with dune grasses swaying in the breeze, succulents close to the ground, and driftwood accents placed with care. Seashells along the path add subtle sparkle. The yard feels breezy and free, like the sea itself has left its touch on the house. Every arrival feels like coming home to the coast. Desert luxury is bold, minimal, and unforgettable. Picture a sleek California home where the front yard becomes a desert showcase, towering ocotillo reaching upward, cacti gardens standing like sculptures, and gravel beds glowing softly under uplighting at night. This design doesn't just frame the house. It transforms it into a statement of resilience and elegance, proving that beauty can thrive even in the most sun-drenched landscapes. Eco-friendly design is not just about looks, it's a philosophy. Imagine a California home with solar panels on the roof, its front yard shaped by gravel beds and soft native grasses swaying in the breeze. Drought-tolerant shrubs add resilience, while a recycled stone pathway shows commitment to sustainability. The house and yard together speak a quiet language of responsibility and forward thinking, proving that beauty and care for the planet can walk hand in hand. There's nothing more welcoming than flowers guiding you to a front door. A craftsman home in California with a wide porch feels even warmer when hydrangeas and roses bloom along the steps. Seasonal colors shift through the year, painting the yard with fresh life. The house looks like it is smiling, framed in blossoms, inviting everyone who approaches to slow down and feel joy before stepping inside. A stone path gives a front yard storybook character. Picture a traditional California home where a rustic path winds gently toward the porch, bordered by lavender and rosemary releasing fragrance as you pass. Small lantern lights glow softly in the evening, guiding each step. The house appears rooted in comfort and charm, the yard telling a story of timeless welcome that begins even before the door opens. For lovers of art and bold design, landscaping can be sculpture. A contemporary California home becomes a gallery when its front yard holds abstract metal artworks surrounded by architectural succulents. Gravel beds form the stage, while spotlighting makes each element glow after dusk. The house feels like a creative statement, showing that modern front yards can be as expressive as the interior, turning everyday arrival into an exhibition of style. A front yard doesn't live only in the daylight, night reveals another dimension. Imagine a modern California home where ornamental grasses wave gently, low stone walls frame the beds, and LED ground lights cast a golden glow. The pathway shines softly toward the door, welcoming guests after sunset. The house stands as a beacon, elegant and secure, proving that thoughtful lighting can transform a yard into an evening sanctuary.